Hey, this is Adelai Brown, your heart coach, and I just wanted to get on this afternoon and have a little heart talk with you. I hope that all is well. I hope that you had a wonderful Monday, and I had a very full day. I'm still moving on. I'm still moving on through, and I wanted to get on today because I'm really thankful. I'm really grateful. And I just wanted to remind you on this good Monday, a couple Mondays before Christmas. What is this? Next week is 16th, and the week after that, oh my goodness, we just 2 weeks away from Christmas, right? And I just wanted to remind you that patience is a form of self care. Being patient is a form of self care because being patient is a fruit of the spirit. And one of the things that I have learned in my life is patience, long suffering, gentleness, kindness. We want people to be all of those things with us, but we are not always all of those things to others, right? And so for me right now, I got up this morning. I live in Charleston. We went to Orangeburg. We left Orangeburg, came back to Charleston, and now I'm heading to do the second half of my day. Typically, a work week for me is really heavy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then Thursday, Friday, I try to recoup and prepare and do all the things necessary to kind of keep myself going. I really try not to overdo it anymore. And so today I had the beauty of getting my son registered for school next semester. And this was a big deal for me because he graduated in June and he's going to school now, and he's been working. And this was one of the things my mom was really excited about. And so to be able to do that with him today and to kind of go through that process was very encouraging. It was very surreal. And to be honest with you, I'm still trying to process everything right now. I'm excited. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. My faith is increased because I know that today I walk by faith and not by sight. We went and registered him for school. I had a couple properties to show after we registered him for school. Then we came back. I did a couple business calls while we were in the car. We got back. I had to take care of some other business that I had said that I was going to handle today. And I really wanted to get on and talk to y'all about this because I had things that I have been putting off in my life for like maybe the last 2 years. And today I got so many of those things done because I made up in my mind that I was going to be patient with myself. I was going to be patient with myself to get up until this point. And then today when I made up in my mind, hey, I'm going to get these things taken care of, I told myself, look, I'm going to be patient with myself in order to see these things through. And they were done. And not only were they done, things got done better than I could have imagined. And the thing about that is like, I want to encourage you with is because I feel like sometimes in life we force ourselves. I got to get this done right now. This got to work out right now because you put it on your goal list and you want it to be done by this time, or you had an expectation, whether it was spoken or unspoken, known or unknown. And in that expectation, you figured things would work out a certain way and it would be exactly how you thought it would be. But it didn't work out that way. I'm here to tell you that does not mean it was wrong. That does not mean it didn't work out. That just means it has not worked out the way you thought it was going to. And what I learned today was, like I said, I got some things taken care of that I have been needing to take care of for a long time. And in the days and weeks and months to come, trust me, I will talk about it because that's what I do. I like to keep it real with y'all and share with y'all because that's just what it is. But it blew my mind what happens when you set your intention with your faith. It's one thing to be intentional about things, but a lot of times we try to get things done in our own strength. What do you mean by that, Adelie? I mean going about your day only making decisions based on what you know you can do, what you know you can figure out, what you know you can handle, versus stopping and praying and asking God to help you and guide you and show you what to do and prepare the place for you to go, and get the people ready for you when you get there. And I did that today. Not that I haven't done that before, but I did that today. And not only did I do that, I believed it. I can tell you, we say a lot of things. We think a lot of things. But we believe a lot of things, but it's not what we often say that we believe. And you cannot trick your belief system. If you believe a thing, that's what's going to keep happening in your life. If you believe that you're broke, broke is going to keep presenting yourself. If you believe that you don't deserve to be loved, then not deserving to be loved is going to keep presenting itself in your life. If you believe that you can't do it, you're right. But if you believe you can do it, you're absolutely correct. If you believe you do deserve to be loved, you're absolutely correct. It's all about what your belief system is. And what I'm telling you today is I learned through updating and renewing my belief system, I learned today how much being patient with myself is self-care. I got so much done today without feeling so anxious, without being worried, right? Like literally, I had a showing, a real estate showing today, set up with a client at noon. When we finished with the people at the college, it was 11:49. The home that I was showing to my client was 5 minutes from the school. So we finished doing what we needed to do for my son. Then we were able to get that done. But prior to going to the school, there's a new program that I'm in, and I'm learning a new skill, a new trade. So in the mornings, we have training class. So before we left, I had my quiet time, I had my prayer time. I got up, I did a couple exercises, and then I did my training, and then I took my son and we handled his business, and then I was able to keep handling my business and doing what I needed to do. And all of this took place because I was being patient with myself. I wasn't rushing myself. I wasn't being anxious with myself. I wasn't being frustrated with myself. I was talking to myself like how I would talk to you. I was talking to myself like how I would talk to, one of my kids or a niece or nephew, right? And so I really saw today, and I wanted to talk to you about that, is be patient with yourself. It is a form of self-care. Being patient with yourself allows for you to see things more clearly. You have more clarity in your life. You have more peace of mind. You're able to have more authenticity in every area of your life because you're not rushed. You're not doing things because you're worried about what people are going to think and how people are going to feel. No, you being patient with yourself. I told you I had things that I needed to take care of for the last year and a half, almost 2 years. But I got a lot of that stuff done today. But I got it done today because I was patient with myself. Things that I've been waiting on all that time got taken care of today. So I am just here to tell you that it is okay. It is okay for you to figure it out. It is okay for you to slow down. I took care of me first today. That's the other thing I want to highlight. I was patient with myself. I wanted to work out. I got a workout in. I wanted to do my training. I got my training in. I wanted to have my quiet time with God. I got my quiet time in with God. I got to spend time with my son. I got to handle my business, and I moved, 4 of my clients forward closer to some of the goals that they're trying to reach that I'm working with them on. I'm still moving. It's 5 o'clock, right? I got 2 more things that I'm doing, possibly 3. I'm heading to 1. I got 1 more spot, but it's all in purpose. I'm growing and cultivating heart equity. What is that? Personal, relational, financial wealth through authentic living. And how do I grow and cultivate heart equity? By operating in the fruit of the Spirit. And one of the fruits of the Spirit is patience. And far too often we are patient with other people, but we are not patient with ourselves. We are mean to ourselves. We don't talk kind to ourselves. We are frustrated with ourselves. We are not treating ourselves properly, and we wonder why we don't get the results that we desire in our lives. And so I want to encourage you to be patient with yourself, because it is self-care. When you treat yourself well, you treat other people how to treat you. I mean, you teach other people how to treat you. So when you are patient with yourself and you're kind to yourself, what are you doing? You are setting the tone for others. Hey, this is how I choose to be treated. This is how I choose to be loved. This is how I choose to be cared for. If you want to be in my life, this is the type of relationship I am looking for. See, this spills over into every area of your life if you allow it, but it can also block up some things for you. So I just want to encourage you to explore what patience, true patience, looks like for you. Not toleration, not being tolerant of someone, but I'm talking about being actively, truly patient. And you'll be surprised at how that can be cultivated. And let me go a little bit deeper for y'all. My son graduated in June. If you follow me on social media or whatever, you saw that. My son didn't go off to school in August, but he's going now. And I'm so proud of him because he didn't go based off peer pressure, societal pressure, even pressure he might have felt from me as his mother, his dad, from us knowing. Like, my son rushed for over 1,100 yards last year as a running back. He's always been a top football player. So it was never a question of could he go to college and succeed and be successful. We always knew he could. It was almost like that's what was expected of him, right? But what I had to learn, my mom died in March, and my health and wellness and well-being and that of my family took precedent over somebody going to college, over paying bills, over caring about what other people thought, over trying to be understood and making sense to other people. When I lost my mama, the most important thing we could do was be patient with ourselves, because it was horrible. It has been absolutely horrible trying to live life without my mother. And not just for me, but for my husband, for my children. But today when we got my son registered in school, and I just was sitting there like, this is amazing. This is what being patient with yourself looks like. This is what trusting the process looks like. Because I didn't force him to go to school. I didn't make him. That's a whole nother journey he got to go on. That's a whole nother area of life he going to have to explore. But me being patient allowed him to blossom and bloom in his time, in his way. So as his mother, he can trust me more. Let me tell you how much deeper this is. As his mother, I'm nurturing him having healthy relationships with women, because I'm not being overbearing and controlling and trying to fix the narrative because I'm worried about what y'all think and what this person think and what that person. No, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the health and well-being of my family. I'm focused on growing heart equity and cultivating heart equity all over the universe. I know that I'm not the only person hurting and grieving. I understand how much being patient with myself is allowing me to grow my companies and grow my businesses and get my life back on track. Not just for me, but for my family as well. And I want that for you. But you're not going to get it by being mean and nasty to yourself. You are not going to get the way you're trying to go by just being emotionally, mentally, spiritually abusive to yourself. We like to talk about other people abusing us. Let's talk about the self-talk that you have. I'm encouraging you to be kind to yourself. I'm encouraging you to give yourself some more time. Change the timeline. You're going to get it done, but just give yourself a little bit more time to get it done. You're going to get it together. Just give yourself a little bit more time to get it together, right? You're going to get it right, But just give yourself a few more chances to not get it so right, so that you can figure out the formula, so that you can keep getting it right over and over and over again. It's a process. But you're never going to get the way you're trying to go. And you're never going to do what you're really trying to do until you really, really learn how to be patient with yourself. That's how you can receive the patience and the love of God. That's how you can spread patience and peace all over the earth. And that's how you can grow and continue to grow and cultivate heart equity, and get to experience the life that maybe you never even thought was possible, but is yours to live. And not just anytime, it's yours to live now. You don't have to be perfect to enjoy a perfect life. You just got to believe you're worthy of it, and you'll be surprised how much you realize you're already living it. So you think about it. I'm going to go get on out of here and get to this Christmas party. And then I'm going to leave the Christmas party and go to the community meeting. All of this work, business partners, partnerships, growing heart equity, doing what it is that God has called me to do. I encourage you to do the same. Don't get stuck in a rut, but don't get caught up when people tell you to get over it, because getting over it looks different for everyone. And for me, I believe getting over it looks like being patient with yourself. And I believe that's a part of what it looks like to grow heart equity. So do me a favor. If this video has helped you, please share it with someone else. Like, subscribe to my channel so that I can keep making more videos like this. The podcast will be coming back. Turn on your notifications so you can know when I'm going live. But I'm committed to us growing heart equity together, because I believe in you. I know that you can do it. I know that there's nothing you've been through in your life that's going to stop you from where you're going, except for your belief about that situation. So let's believe well. Let's love well. Let's allow God to blow our minds in the best possible way. So y'all have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Remember, when you heal your heart, you transform your life. Adelai Brown signing out.